Greetings, fellow Canadians and truth seekers. Today we're going to talk about Mad Max and how it is that someone like myself, completely out of the political sphere, was able to find out about him and the party upon its inception. Now, I'm a person who has thrown out the television set out the window 35 years ago. I no longer wanted to view the television programming that was being presented to me. So how is it that I was able to find out this new information? I was on YouTube and I saw a YouTube link going towards the Conservative Party of Canada leadership race. It was really a year after that had happened. And I thought, well, who cares, But, given the fact that Canada is being driven into the ground at this point in time, I thought, okay, let's just take a look at it. I was hesitant to click the link because over my entire lifetime, voting between the Liberals and the Conservatives was akin to rearranging the chairs on the deck of the Titanic. Okay, so I clicked the link and I watched a little bit of Andrew Scheer for a minute or two. And at the end there, I just paused in silence for Canada. I think I said something like, oh, may God help Canada. Is this what we have to go against, the Trudeau government here and what they're going to do to Canada? So what do? I remember thinking back earlier, a few months earlier than that, I thought, what about the French in Canada? They got backbone, love them or hate them, they at least stand up for what they want in Canada, what they believe in. Okay, so what am I going to do here? So what about this person who came in second? Because they talked about it was between two people, really. This Maxime Bernier guy. Sounds French to me. Oh, that's okay. Let's go take a look. I listened to Max for about, 2 minutes as well, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. My jaw just dropped on the floor. Are you kidding me? We're actually watching a politician who's straight up. No, phony baloney. He's giving us straight goods. Wow. Let's go check into this. So I checked into Andrew Scheer more because I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I checked into Maxime Bernier. And the more I started to investigate Maxime Bernier, the more I couldn't believe it. So what I did after that is I decided to investigate more in depth of the policies of the People's Party of Canada, which I recommend that you do. Just go to the peoplespartyofcanada.ca website, and there you can see the policies. It's a short read. Simple, to the point, common sense, puts Canada first. I couldn't believe what I was reading. I just went one point after the other. I said, is this really happening? I had to take pause. Over my entire lifetime, I've never seen anything like it. From there, I decided to go and take a look at Maxime Bernier a little bit more to see how consistent of a politician he really is. A lot of politicians, what they'll do is they'll tell you one thing, they'll lie to you, they'll manipulate the public, and then once they get into office, they do something opposite. We've seen this over and over and over again between the Liberals and the Conservatives, Liberals and Conservatives. Okay, so Maxime Bernier, for the last 8 years, he's been very consistent. All of the points that he kind of brings up with the People's Party of Canada policy is what he's been stating and wanting, to have happen all of these years. He's been trying to do within the Conservative Party. He's put up with a lot of stuff in order to be able to have his lone voice heard within that party. And so he's very consistent, I found. And he's also a person who's willing to stand alone. And that's a real test of character. Someone who's not going to capitulate to the powers that be. Now, for a good example of this, just take a look at this video footage of him talking to the House of Commons. And here you're going to find that he actually is completely standing alone. Just watch the reaction of the people around him. Just listen to the heckling that goes on. And for him to stand there all by himself as a lone wolf within that system is simply amazing.
Mr. Speaker, I seek unanimous consent of the House for the following motion.
The government to put the complete abolition of the system of supply management on the negotiating table in order to facilitate a new NAFTA agreement with our American partners and bring down the prices of milk, poultry and eggs for Canadian consumers. Yes?
Does the honourable member have unanimous consent?
From there I started to look to see whether the PPC and Maxime Bernier were actually able to be effective in the next federal election, to finally oust the Liberals and to save Canada. First, Canadians are just simply fed up with federal politics as it has been. ping-ponging between the Liberals and the Conservatives, and which has just brought us to this point of crisis that we're now facing in Canada. So the people are ready. You look at the policies of the party. The policies speak of Canadian values and saving Canada. And then you also can look at Maxime Bernier himself. You know, you can see that there's a principal character politician there who's good looking, who's going to be able to be effective doing interviews and stating the views, something that Canadians can back. And to top it all off, he's known as the Albertan from Quebec. Well, Western Canada is going to love that. And he's not just saying it. His values and the policies of the party, they speak to that. They speak to a common sense approach. And then on top of it all, you've got him being labeled Mad Max. Well, how much better can it be? That's just going to ring the bell for all Canadians. We're all mad. Yeah, we're going to be behind Mad Max because we're upset. We want to take back Canada from the clutches of total destruction. So what has to happen now? Those of you who have looked at the whole situation like I have and are convinced that this is the way that we have to go, not to go ahead and to line back up with the controlled Conservative Party of Canada, but to just boldly step out and to make this change happen. Well, I liken it to extreme sports. I'm a skateboarder myself, even though I may not look like it. Bit of a long-haired hoop eye, and someone who knows what it is to be able to do extreme things. I liken it to dropping into an 8-foot bowl on your skateboard. You put your skateboard on the edge, it's hanging over, and you're doing this for the first time, let's say. What's it going to take? You have to premeditate in your mind and what you're going to be doing, how you're going to move your body and everything else. But finally it comes down to the point of total full commitment. That's what it's going to take, full commitment. And as you step on your board and you roll in, you're fully committed and you're going to be active and make this thing happen. This is what we have to do now. We have to be very active and fully committed. Are you? Do you want to save Canada? There's no options here. We've done this road between the Liberals and the Conservatives over all these years, and now it's time for this opportunity. It's a golden opportunity. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. In my lifetime, for sure. So let's do this. Let's drop in, fully committed. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. And please share what you can with others on social media. Tell everyone. Get everyone knowing what the PPC is and what the party principles are. And let's save Canada. Thank you.